start cooking. Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. They forced the game 6, Dave. I know you picked the Knicks in what? In 7? Okay, you picked the Knicks in 7. So I had a Pacers in 6. So according to my predictions, we are on point, I guess. And according to your prediction, you're kind of on point too. Now, there's a question that we're going to ask though, because a lot of teams don't really come back from down 3-1. Now they're now down 3-2, but they're going back to Indiana, where Indiana's really good that day. So you did pick the Knicks in 6. So I'm gonna ask you first, and give me like a percentage if you can. What are the chances the Knicks can make a comeback?
All right, Joe. So I said Knicks in 7.
Okay.
I had to pull up some stuff today, man. I got home early from work, and I was like, you know what? Let me do some extensive research on this to see exactly what the Knicks' chances are, Joe. Joe, the Knicks are 0-15 in series. They're down 3-1
Woo!
against the Pacers. 0-3 all time
Against the Pacers. Right, so.
In the conference finals. 0-1. And I believe it was 0-4 in the NBA Finals. The last 3 teams to come back down 3-1 are the 2016 Warriors, the 81 Celtics, and the 1979 Washington Bullets. The Bullets it's not even a team name no more. They the Washington Wizards now. And this is when the San Antonio Spurs was in the Eastern Conference, Joe. Spurs in the Western Conference now. They ain't in the Eastern Conference no more. 13 times teams from down 3-1 have won the series. 13 times, Joe. You know what that percentage is? That is 4.4%. That's 13 out of 283 instances that teams have come back from down 3-1 and actually won the series. But you know what? I think it might be 14.
Ooh!
It's possible. Am I guaranteeing it? No, I'm not guaranteeing it.
Okay, Chuck.
But it's possible. The percentage I'm going to put on this, I'm going to give them a 35% chance.
Whoa.
It's a 35% chance. The reason why I do that, because I like what they did in the last game. They switched up the lineup to make it more defensive, to where they would still get a spark off the bench with Josh Hart, which helped out. Landry Shamet has stepped up in big time in that game. Shockingly, most of his teams get bounced in 5 games. If you look at the history of Landry Shamet teams, they lose in 5 games. It just so happens he's on the Knicks. The crazy part about that is he didn't start the year with the Knicks. So I guess it might be a little different this year. Who knows? But I like what they did. They played a lot better defense in that game. But one thing I can say is Cat keep getting himself in foul trouble, man. I just don't. I don't understand it. He keeps doing the same dumb fouls every single time, and it's just not making sense. I don't know what Cat's doing. But I think the Knicks got a chance as long as Jalen Brunson is on the floor. They have a chance. Jalen Brunson, and I said it before the game started. Well, not before the game started, but after Brunson only had 6 points in the game, I said he might go for 40 tonight. He ended up with 32. So I wasn't too far off. Now, do I think it happens? I don't think it happens, but I think they have it's a 35% chance to happen. I'm hoping that it happens because I picked it. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't happen because I don't like the Knicks. I don't want them to be winning anything, honestly. I don't want them to reach the finals. But just because I picked them, I want them to be able to get there just so I could see them get beat down in the NBA finals, because I don't think they have a chance against OKC. I think OKC wins that in 4 or 5, honestly. I think that's a done series. If they go up against OKC, they think that the Pacers giving them issues on defense. They're going to have a lot of issues with OKC's defense, because they got multiple defenders to throw at Cat. So all I'm saying is I'm giving them a 35% chance. I think it's a good shot. I don't think it happens, but I think it's a pretty good shot. A lot better than most people think.
Okay. And we have a guest, special guest coming on. You know, the leader. Well, I don't want to say the leader. Ty is the leader of that. You know, but he's on a highly banned train. We're gonna bring up my boy, Carl. What's good, Carl?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
All right, cool. Because I hit the mute button one too many times on my mic, so I didn't know if it was working or not. So it's good with
Nah,
y'all,
you good.
man.
What's
Long
up,
day to
Carl?
work, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk this talk.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you on. So, we'll ask you, what give us a percentage. What are the chances of the Knicks making a comeback? And do you think it will happen?
First of all, Dave, I like the fact that you brought it back around, that you picked the Knicks to win. That's why you giving them a chance, because I was going to do it if you didn't. Um,
Yeah, that's it.
but
That's my biggest reason because I picked them to win. You know.
I had Pacers in 6.
Ooh.
I did have Pacers in 6. So I'm gonna give them about 15%.
Hmm.
Because they shown they can win in Indiana. They won game 3 in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Pacers are going to take what happened last night and they're going to use it as fuel and come out blazing at home. Game 6, Pops in the building. Leader of you said Ty's the leader of the Holly Band. No, it's Pops. Then it might be Ty. But leader of the Holly Band back in the building. Tyrese had a very bad game in my opinion. Just wasn't aggressive at all. I think he come out guns blazing, and I think the Pacers take it. But in the off chance the Knicks do take it, then there's one game for it all. So that's why I'm gonna give them a 15 to 20% chance. Because you win one to force win or go home at home, then anything could happen in game 7. So I'm gonna give it 15 to 20%. But I think the Pacers do take it tomorrow, 8:00. Pacers in 6.
Joe, you're on mute.
And Carl, I agree with you 100%. I'm going with 15% also. And the reason I'm going with 15%, number one, then I'm gonna give you a reason why, because they mentioned the teams, number one, that did it. They were the Golden State Warriors in our lifetime, basically, and they won 73 games that year. So like they were clearly the better team in that series, and they just found a way to win. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one team. The Knicks aren't the 73-9 Warriors, although the Pacers aren't the OKC Thunder with KD and Russ, right? I get that.
Because ain't nobody turned the ball over 4 times in under 2 minutes in game 6, Russ.
Okay, that's getting clipped up. But look though, so
it's the truth.
So it is though. It is the truth, right? So, but this is why. So it's rare. Like the 3 teams you said the 2016 Warriors. You said somebody in the 80s,
the 81
right?
Celtics and the 79 Bullets.
Come on now, like only one team in our lifetime has came back from a 3-1 lead, right? Whoa, hold on.
Well, in the conference finals, it's probably in the conference finals.
I'm about to say in the conference finals, because didn't the Clippers come back from the
the Pistons also did it in the first round. So,
okay, cool.
But that
was T-Mac.
Shout out Doc Rivers.
Man, I don't feel so good to get out of the first round. But look though, so the Pacers Knicks. This is why I'm saying 15%. Number one, I'm gonna get the Knicks credit. The Knicks are 6-2 on the road. Right, so they are better on the road in these playoffs. They have a losing record at home, by the way. They're 4-5 at home and 6-2 in a row. So they play good on the road, but at home the Pacers are good. I mean, the Pacers are 6-2 on the road also, but they're 5-2 at home. The Pacers got 6 guys shooting close to 45% from 3 at home. They got almost 10 guys that shooting 50% from the field at home. And Tyrese Halliburton, although his best performances has been like on the road, but his most efficient games and best games, in my opinion, as far as team-wise, has been at home. There's not one person at home with the Pacers that's averaging 2 or more turnovers. Everybody's averaging under 2 turnovers at home. So they take care of the ball. They are just a better team at home. But the only reason I'm getting the Knicks to 15% is because we can argue that they do have the best player in the series, number one. They do have home court advantage, so if they only got to win one more game in Indiana, and they are better on the road, and if they take it home, they can actually win that game if it gets to game 7. So, but it's over. I think it's over in Indiana. I think they will end it. And like I said, like me and Carl said, Pacers in 6. Okay, go ahead, Dave.
Shout out to Big O. member for 22 months. I played this down while you was on.
Oh, I ain't even hear it.
You definitely did. I thought you
Shout out
just
to
said,
them-
get it. It was going. I'm
No,
gonna finish this
no,
first.
bro. I thought he just kept spit. I said, well, I guess he just don't care today.
I did not hear
Shout
it.
out to the network for all the hard work you guys do. Hashtag Dak a top 10 quarterback. Hashtag Trayvon Diggs on the market. Hashtag June 1.
Yes.
We need more pieces, but in other words, Miles Turner, Tina Turner, Paces and 6. Goodbye, Knicks. That was actually pretty funny. I mean, but look. All I have to say is, last time both of y'all disagreed with me, I won. So
When was that?
I'm about to say
Cavaliers.
we disagree with you on the Knicks Pacers. We up 3-2.
I mean,
Cavaliers.
the Cavs were already up though, so that's
And,
different.
and the Cavs, like I said, that series was like I literally made a decision on the spot. That's how torn I was.
Yeah, and we made the decision when the series was already down 1-0 at home. So this is different. They up 3-1 day.
Look, I said it's over.
Okay.
I said it's over. You asked me to get the percentage of chance that they can. I said 35, but I think it's over. That's all I'm saying.
I say 15. 35 it's a good chance. 35% is a good chance. I say 15 though.
You're right.
I say 15. But we can move on to the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves, man. I mean, you can move this. The Timberwolves.